What's good, y'all? Quick message for you real quick before I start my day. I hope that everyone is having a wonderful Sunday morning so far. But I just want to get on here and tell you that if you have been wondering where you stand with people or with a person, then you already answered your question. I'm going to say that again. If you have been wondering where you stand with people or with a person, then you already have answered your question. The one thing that I can reassure you is that when it comes to you understanding and knowing where you stand with people, it will be very fucking clear. It will be very fucking clear. And I get it, because I used to do the same thing, questioning this and wondering this. And I had to learn through my own personal experiences that a person who values you, people who value you and cherish you and really fuck with you, will make it very clear. There will be no question. You know what I'm saying? You won't have to wonder about shit. You don't have to sit there and wreck your brain about shit. And the people who really don't have any good intentions for you, those are going to be the ones who actually sit there. They know you wrecking your brain about it. You know, you done sat there and actually asked them and they refuse to give you a fucking answer. They're sitting back watching you wonder and stress yourself out about where you stand with them. And you have to understand and grow to be mature enough to, you know, you got to read in between the lines sometimes. A lot of times, I ain't going to say sometimes. A lot of times you're going to have to learn to read in between the lines when it comes from people, because unfortunately there are a lot of immature people who can't keep it 100 with other people in their lives. You see what I'm saying? It's always a fucking guessing game, or, you know, trying to put together this puzzle. Like, no one has time for that. You have to be bold enough. You got to be able to face that truth. And a lot of times, I get it. You know, it's kind of like you want the validation, and you want that validation to come from them. You want them to actually speak it. You want them to actually tell you. But unfortunately, it's not like that. It's not like that. You have to understand that when it comes to understanding and knowing where you stand with people, it's going to be clear. It's going to be very clear by how they treat you. You know, it's all about actions. A lot of this shit is all about actions. How they treat you, how they handle you, you know, how they love you, how they care for you. It shouldn't really have to be too much talking involved. You know what I'm saying? How people value you and how they get you to understand where you stand with them is all about how they show action. Because people can talk all they want. They tell you, a lot of people out here, they just tell you what they know that you want to hear. And if you ain't careful, you might want to hear certain things, but you gotta remember that you have to see the action behind it. Some people out there, they just hear the words, you know what I'm saying? They just hear the good shit that come out of a person's mouth, and then they just, you know, be content with that shit. And then they look up and wonder why, you know, they haven't seen anything. It's because they was just telling you what you wanted to hear. You got to pay attention to people's actions. Actions always speak louder than words. So stop wondering and guessing where you are, where you stand with people, and understand that if you are wondering, if you are guessing, if you are sitting there trying to figure it out, you already answered your question.